Ever since Rahul Gandhi, after his disqualification as a member of parliament, had to leave his official residence in 12 Tughlaq Lane, his search for a house has begun. In fact, he's staying with his mother at 10 Janpat for a very long time. But now what we are picking up is that very close to Humayun Tomb, in one of the most affluent areas of the national capital, the house which has been chosen and looked after by him is this particular one. This is in Nizamuddin East. And what is significant about this house is that, first of all, this was the one which was occupied by Sheila Dikshit once she was no longer the chief minister. For many years that she stayed over here. It's a very beautiful house because I remember I had access to it. It completely overlooks this particular tomb which you're seeing right over here. So there's a lot of greenery, of course. And then there are 1, 2, 3 rooms and of course a kitchen and a huge living room as well. Now what is it that Rahul Gandhi is trying to prove? One, of course, is that he's not going to be looking for an affluent residence. He's just going to be in one of the poshest areas, definitely of the national capital, but in any ordinary apartment he's going to be staying there. And since he's no longer a member of parliament, he's going to have a very frugal staff, a small office, possibly right inside his apartment or maybe in one of the adjoining areas. Now, Sheila Dikshit was considered to be extremely close to Rahul Gandhi. In fact, I remember very often publicly he would demonstrate his affection towards her. And when she died, he also said that, with this, it's a huge personal loss for himself as well. It was being occupied till recently by Sheila Dikshit's son, former MP Sandeep Dikshit, but now he's moved out of this area. In fact, you can see the last minute kind of packaging taking place, and he's going to be shifting to a nearby residence over here. So this is being offered. In fact, Rahul Gandhi came over here, had a look at the place. As we all know, he is a protectee, so those considerations will also have to be kept in mind, whether this area is going to be vulnerable, whether it's going to be very easily accessible, and whether for him, and whether there could be an intrusion into his privacy as well. But very clearly, as he's going to walk up the stairs, if he starts living over here, those kind of considerations will be very much kept in mind to ensure that his security is not breached. I remember when Sheila Dikshit used to stay here, she also keeping in mind the fact, her age factor and also mobility factor, a special lift was also constructed over here with special permission that she got from the Kejriwal government as well. That also makes it even more accessible as far as Rahul Gandhi's staff is concerned. So that's also one of the main issues which have been taken into consideration, and also the fact that he's not going to be going in for one of those sprawling bungalows that he has been used to for at least 12 years when he lived in 12 Tughlaq Lane. If you remember, when he was leaving that residence along with his sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, he was showing an emotive chord where he was talking about the fact that it's the people of the country who had ensured that he would win over there and go and stay there, and therefore he's just giving it back to them. So that's as far as the kind of political messaging he's perhaps trying to send out, and also the proximity. And there were offers from many Congress leaders to give their own bungalows to him and he can come and stay there. If he goes and comes and lives over here, it certainly is going to be that messaging that he's not going to go in for a very sprawling bungalow as well. Because again, the political point he's consistently making is that I'm going to keep on asking the tough questions to the BJP and to the Prime Minister.